Hey, Elliot, why can't I close, man? You probably wondered who that was. You just met Willy Won'tclose. He's the most won't-closingest person you've ever seen in your life. He's like 90% of self-funded searchers, if not 95%, who have these grandiose ideas of how they're going to do it better than everybody else with a bigger team and a fancier, pretty crazy, maybe even idiotic idea. And they end up a year or two into it and haven't closed anything, and they wonder why. So meet Willy and what he did. I don't know why I'm not closing, but let me tell you about the successful thing I am doing. So I know it's hard to get deals done. So what I did is instead of having one person, I hired 14 interns. 14. They're all free. So they're the greatest out there, 14. And what they're going to do is they're going to go deal source. Okay. They're going to go out to the website. They're going to find the deals. They're going to source them, whatever sorcery, source them. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to do SIM evaluations. They're going to take the confidential information memorandum and they're going to summarize it into a 2-page standardized thing so I can read them quickly. And then you know what we're going to do? We finish with that. We're going to send indications of interest at the pace of 14 interns times 2 to 3 a month, 28 to 42 each month. And we're going to be the leaders of the indication of interest mob. Elliot, why can't I close, man? All right. I had to get you guys' attention. Some of this stuff can be nuanced and a bit boring, and I'm just not doing this that way. So Willy Won'tclose is the antithesis of what you should be. And he's crazy on purpose. But what Willy thought is that by getting 14 interns, which is bigger than most SMB owners, full $1 million, $3 million staff, to go out here and do some of the most mundane, lowest value things on the totem pole, that he'd have a better chance of closing than someone who went by themselves and did the work that they're supposed to do. So let me explain what he did. Let me explain what you should do. And let me explain to you why you should never be like Willy. So Willy said 14 people sourcing deals, which isn't terrible, but doing SIM reviews, the silliest thing you can do. So somebody takes a 30-page thing, they don't know squat. They summarize it into a 2-page thing they don't know squat about. They didn't know squat about 30. They don't know squat about 2. Standardized. So then Willy, the all-knowing, just started deal person who doesn't know squat, is reading a 2-page summary of not squat from a 30-page summary of not squat from a broker. You just got not squat queued. And then what do you do when you finish? You send toilet paper. Oh, wait. No. It's called an indication of interest. It is the biggest waste of time. It's like a cover letter for a job when the hiring manager is your best friend. You know, send a cover letter. Hey, man, I work for this. I can start next week. That's it. It's called a letter of intent. So what should you do to not be Willy? 1 to 3 interns, no more. They should be doing deal sourcing only. You should always read the SIM. They should provide their 3 to 5 bullet points on what they think was most important. They're going to get 90% of those wrong, but it'll give you a sense that they're reading. It'll also pick up that weird thing on page 7 or 18 that you wouldn't have seen. You read it, and in 48 hours, you should be sending a letter of intent. In a future video, I'll tell you, I think you should be sending 10 letters of intent a month, but we'll get into that later. But please don't do the work of reading a SIM and then send a piece of toilet paper. Oh, wait, sorry. An indication of interest. And so you want to be Willy, big staff, wasted time process, toilet paper outcome. If you want to be a guy who will close or a guy who will close, simple team, simple objective, letter of intent, get to 5 or 10 of those a month and you'll be closing in no time. Now, this is how I teach how to do deals. And the reason it's different than how everybody else teaches is because I have no concern for how business brokers, fake gurus, even my guys at Harvard Business School and Stanford that may have been doing this 30 years, but have to be professionally correct. I'm just here to teach you how to close the deal. And so what I'm going to tell you how to do are things that are scalable, usable, that I've used, that I've won with, that are very different from things that I've seen from people who won't close, like Mr. Willy Won'tclose. And these things are enabling everyday folks to go from novice to expert in 30 days and get deals done because you don't have time to squander, waste, or BS. You have a limited window, 6 to 12 months to get a deal done. You need to be pushing every efficient thing you can do. And you should be listening to a deal professional who's tried hundreds of things to land on these things that I'm telling you to do. So you can be more efficient than me without having to do the work. And that's why you pay somebody to get help, because they already removed the inefficiencies from the process years ago. If you want more stuff like this, go to the first link in the description for a link to my class on how to do this and hundreds of other things to be more efficient in your deal process.